The census is in years ending in 0. The plans are released in the years ending in 1, and then the elections are the years ending in 2. And every 20 years, the presidential coincides with the redistricting. So it's the big pie. We elect the members of Congress who are going to change and give us the votes for the Electoral College. And this won't happen again for another 20 years. I mean, this is pivotal because we are now a critical mass. The problem is we don't have the power. We don't have the votes, and yet we are the reason why they've gotten more people to get larger districts and more representation. In Texas, we're going to get 4, Florida 2, California not going to stay the same, and so on. So it's big stakes. This is the political pie. We're not players. We are the numbers, but we're not players. Historically, people remember...
Because of voter registration, you mean?
For several reasons. In the final analysis, we're only about 23% of the total vote. Even though we may be 50% of the growth or 90%, we're only about 23% of the actual vote. So it doesn't make any difference if you create a district for Mexicanos and pack them there. If we're not at 63, 65% of the total number of people in the district, we're going to lose the election. And that's what they're trying to do. They're also trying in a court case in Sherman, Texas, Tuber versus Texas, they're trying to eliminate counting anybody but citizens. If you remember history, the 3/5 compromise, when they created this United States government, they didn't want to count the slaves, and the agreement between the North and the South was count blacks as 3/5 of a person. The North wanted them to be counted for tax purposes. The South wanted them to be counted for representation purposes. Well, we're the new blacks. We're the new slaves. They want prisons, they want the undocumented, the concentration camps and detention centers in their districts, and they want us, undocumented people in their districts, to count us for representation purposes, but we can't vote, and we're not voted for, and we can't run for office either, so we remain unrepresented. So everybody wants us, but nobody wants to represent. Instead of running the district, as we have now from Texas, from the south of say, Hidalgo County all the way to Austin, Lloyd Doggett district, instead of doing it north and south, maybe we ought to look at east and west. If we look at the districts in Harris County or look at the districts in Dallas, if we went the districts east and west, we would pick up Latino seats. If we stay north and south, we lose. We know that inevitably we are going to paint the White House brown. We know that. Whether it's in 4 years or 40, we don't know that. It depends on so many variables. But the most important thing is that we create the structures of opportunity, the districts where we can win.
So what are 5 things or 3 things that people can do to try to make that happen?
In reverse order, raise money, because ultimately we got to sue. Second, be appointed or go attend the meetings of the existing commissions at the local government and at the legislature for all these districts. Third, tell others that it's important to register to vote. Fourth, get people who are not citizens to become citizens. We have the lowest rate of naturalization of anybody else. And fifth, get the young people turned on, because that is the iceberg that's rising as others are declining.